this in good stead. So send your snorkels in as always. I'd like to see another club up there. I look forward to our snorkel off and whatever else we've got happening.
I'll take you on. I don't know if I'll win, but I'll have a crack. But, mate, moving on.
We've got to get to this guest.
Tommy Backman. He's in the house. Tommy Backman, the star Bentleigh defender. Mate, welcome to the show.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
No worries, mate.
Patiently waiting over there.
Yeah. He was in the car park before. He didn't come in for a while. So what are you doing, mate? He goes, I'm studying the form. So hopefully when we get to the tip of the week, we can talk about that. But,
I look forward to that then. Hopefully
now, mate, we'll talk about a bit of your footy career. I know you've been at Bentleigh and then East Brighton. You played in the Division 2, 2013 flag. Talk us through that, mate. Must have been a great thrill.
Yeah, that was a great thrill. We'd been on the cusp for a couple of years, but kind of just lacked something. So fell short 2011, our first year back when we first came.
Yep.
But we had a great win against Springvale the prelim.
Yep.
Probably weren't expected to win. And then we just fell short that grand final. So 2012, slow start, thereabouts.
Yep.
Came home with a wet sail, but left ourselves too much to do. And then 2013, it was a coach change, and we got Brad Canavan.
That's what I was going to ask you the next question. Yeah, the Wiggy. He's different.
How old were you in 2013? Sorry,
22, turning 23.
Yeah.
So a young buck.
Yeah, so I was very young. We actually had quite a young side. So it was a great list for a new coach to walk into. A lot of foundations had been set from the amateurs to the SFL.
Yep.
And then, Wiggy took over in 2013, it was.
And it was a pretty epic grand final against Morty Alec. I spoke to a few of the boys, Rodwell and James Robinson, who come and played at Chelsea Heights. It was at Clayton, and I think you guys got up by a couple of goals in a bit of a thriller.
Yeah, that's right. We, I think our last loss was round 11.
Yeah.
And then whatever Wiggy was teaching us and coaching us, we just grasped the whole list just built into grew into what he was teaching us. Knocked off Sky, knocked them out of the finals the week before, and then we had the 2-week break.
Yeah.
So we had the week off, played Oakley Districts, beat them, then another week off. So it wasn't great preparation for a grand
second
final.
Semi. Yep.
And Morty were probably the best side up until probably round 15, round 16.
Yep.
And then, that grand final, we probably didn't play our best, but the structures that we'd learnt throughout the season just kept us in good stead, and we're fortunate enough late in the game. They missed a couple early in the last that were gettable goals.
Yep.
Couple 25, 30 outset shots, and then the mids just got on a roll. I think Scotty Laurie got forward of centre.
Yeah.
Very
good player, yeah.
Had a ball up, and they just left the front door open.
Yeah, straight through.
He's got that burst of speed, and he was on his right shoe as well, so perfect.
Bang.
And he drilled it, and
wow.
That's a coach killer. I know if that happened against a Wiggy coach team, block the exit, he'd be going off his head.
This exit was just beautifully open. You can see that we've watched the vision.
How good's that? And I always like to find out the celebrations after a grand final. As a 22-year-old.
We might get that video maybe next week of Wiggy. I've seen it. Brad Canavan walking down the Centre Road, Bentleigh dressed as the king.
Oh, he loved it. That was King of Centre Road. He was calling himself when he was marching up and down Centre Road.
I know he's watching, Brad. You're a bad man, but we love you.
But they were fantastic. I think we had a good drink on that Saturday night, as you do after you win a flag. That was my first senior flag as well. So and then finished up about 5 or 6, and then had to go watch my brother in the grand final the next day. So on the cans again.
Geez, you're a better brother than I am. I wouldn't have left the club, but got to do those things.
Oh, didn't sleep much from Sunday to
Can
Tuesday
imagine.
morning.
Yeah.
So.
And, all right, so you win a premiership, then you move across to East Brighton the next year to play with your brother, is that right?
Yeah, that was correct. So brother was already there. Dad went across as well as assistant coach, and I just thought it was a good opportunity to play with my brother. I don't think I would have got the opportunity to play again. So opportunity was too good to refuse. And it was a fantastic experience. Probably not. He was never going to come back to Bentleigh or anything like that. So, but great couple of years
and some success as well.
And nabbed the flag back to back.
Went back to back. So I was very fortunate.
But you won't regret that decision ever. Oh my God!
So,
fuck me.
But yeah, that was fantastic. The 2014 one.
Yeah. So Div 2, Div 1. You've just about clocked Southern footy, mate. Hopefully you can get one more before you close out. But we spoke about it yesterday, and it's something I was preparing to do this year was play against my old club. How did you go when you went back to Bentleigh in the Vampires jumper?
The first time, very nervous. Didn't probably play the best, but the second time, I think I got booed all day. So as you would expect, and lucky enough. When you keep getting booed, I think I was getting a bit of the footy. So that's probably a good sign.
There's no better way to shut them up than
That's it.
And then obviously the opposition coach got to give best player for the day, and Murphs awarded me the 6-pack. So
how good's that, walking up, getting the 6-pack?
And they were warm as well. So
oh, no, you swapped them back over at the fridge.
Thanks for that, Bentleigh.
And now donning the Bentleigh polo once more. You're back there. How were we tracking for this year?
This year, I think we're a lot better set up than what we were last season. Obviously, we had a lot better pre-season. We came good towards the end of last year, start of last year, a little bit all over the shop. But we finished very well. We won 3 of our last 4, I think it was. Just fell short to East Malvern, who ended up finishing 3rd. But then the pre-season was really good. It's probably one of the better ones we've had for 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
So obviously helps when you recruit a couple. And
you said before the show like that. That comp, that Div 1 comp, was going to be really
strong. Yeah,
it was going to be really strong, and it was anyone's this year, wasn't it?
I thought it was as even as I'd seen it in a few years.
Which is great.
I couldn't really see. You can normally get your top 3, and then you know who the middle pack's going to be, and then your bottom 2. But I couldn't really distinguish. And I go through the list pretty well most years, try to work out who's got what.
Footy nuffy.
Yeah,
he loves it.
We like to call him footy nuffy.
He loves it.
No wonder you know Frizy.
So I thought, we recruited a few, and I thought our list stacked up pretty well. How that gelled as the season went on,
you never know.
We'll never know, but.
And hopefully you can retain that list for 2021 and find out then.
Yeah, that's probably the goal for the club over the next couple months. I think a lot of the clubs would be re-signing lists now. So if we can keep the bulk, you're always going to turn over a couple. That's just natural from season to season. So the sooner the club gets onto locking in that list and the boys recommitting, away we go for 2021.
And, mate, we're going to say you've had a couple of big recruits, none bigger than Declan Keelty, straight out of the AFL. How'd you manage to get him down to the Demons?
Well, one of his good mates came across last year, Ash DeGiro. And he kind of mentioned to the club that Deck may not get an extension at Melbourne for 2020, and the club got moving. He obviously wanted to play with Ash, so I know he had some good offers from the Eastern, so we're very fortunate, especially in the Southern Footy League, to get a player of that ilk. The way he moved, I was trying to picture who could kind of match up with him in the Southern that I've played against, but he would have been a mighty tough touch-up. He's 6'4", 6'5", runs as good as a midfielder. Probably could still play VFL. Probably may have got a second chance, but
and there's a few of you brothers. Where do you rank? Is there 3 of you or 2?
Nah, 2 of us. So me and Mitch.
And is he at Noble Park?
He's at Noble Park now. Yeah, but he's in the Fire Brigade, so he only got to play 6 or 7 games last year. So he loves it down there.
The ball ring.
Yeah, he does. But who's better? I'm not too sure. 2 totally different players. One's a mid-forward.
Well, going off resumes, whose state yours is?
I've probably played more senior games.
That's all that matters. And he played in that flag, 2014?
He did play in that flag.
They lost one the year before to Paul's. Luke James turned it on that day. I remember that.
Yeah, Luke James kicked 7 or 8, I think it was, in that grand final. That was amazing to watch. And then 2004, Mitch got injured just before the finals. He got crunched by a couple of big East Malvern boys. That was a big hit. I was front and centre that as well.
Oh, right. Well, we'll let him know, Mitch, you're number 2 as it ranks at the minute.
What would your old man say? Or he can't split them?
Nah, he can't split them. 2 totally different players. I always used to say, who's the better player? I think he got player of the day one of the games. I said, I think that was meant to be me.
Well, the irony that you're a star defender and your last name is Backman is that.
It is ironic. I like that. But, mate, we'll go back to your early career. Did you play in the VAFA with Bentleigh? Was that where you played juniors as well?
Yeah, I played juniors at Bentleigh up to under 14s, and then we folded. So half went to St Peter's, half went to St Paul's. So I ended up at St Paul's, the local rival. So that was good. And then obviously came back under 18s, played 2 years of 18s, up and down in the ones as an 18, 19-year-old. And then played 1 year senior VAFA. So, but that was hard yards. So I don't think the VAFA enjoyed us too much, and there was a lot of travel. I think we had 2 sides that were south of the West Gate, and the rest were over the other side.
So that was obviously a bit. And you would have definitely agreed with the move for Bentleigh to come back to the Southern League.
100%. The club was well set up, had some good kids coming through.
Want to play more locally?
Yeah, more locally. The travel had really worn us down. Well, I was only 19, 20, but a lot of the guys had stuck fat through those lean years. I think travel just wore everyone down, and we were more than happy to come back. So
it's been a good fit.
Having beers during the games too.
Yes.
Not allowed to drink. The crowds were very down. Especially when every second week you follow a club ground to ground.
Yeah.
When you go into the VAFA, you're not going 50 minutes to go watch your local team play footy. Or an hour. You know, it's a long Saturday.
So it sounds boring to me, that stuff.
No drinking, too much travel, no money. Well, they say no money, they get paid.
The schools don't like the local side, so...
Oh, yeah, you play against the private. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, no, spot on. Mate, moving on, we're going to touch on another sport, and I know Donk doesn't like me doing this, but you're a pretty handy cricketer yourself. Are you still playing? I know you played in about 8 premierships at Bentleigh Uniting. You still running around down there? Or?
Look, I gave it away for a couple of years. I did play in a lot of flags, lost count.
I'd like to see your bloody trophy.
Yeah, that's what I said to him yesterday. You'd have to build a new room. He's won a few.
Yeah, look, I was okay at cricket. Now I'm playing with mates in a one-day comp.
Like that.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
good
that
fun.
Social.
There's no commitment from week to week. So especially I've just bought a house, so me and my partner worked hard to get that. And then now playing with my mates. So funny enough, probably should have had another flag. I got a golden duck in a granny and we lost by 2 runs.
So no! Wow. Don't mention that.
Should have 500. I hadn't been dismissed all season. Got a golden in the granny.
Who are you playing for?
It's Kingston Heath.
Oh, Kingston, the Kookaburras.
Yeah. So, but that's good fun. All the boys have a good laugh and take the piss out of each other on a Saturday, which is good.
Couple of cans during the game, or
always.
Yes,
we always rotate who brings a slab. So
I like that.
Maybe my tune might be turning with cricket. That sounds all right to me. But
we got some good local.
So I reckon you'd fit in the Saturday social one-day side. I played when I was younger. I used to fill in the social one-day side. It was a bunch of older blokes, and they'd drink cans and didn't take it very seriously. And the keeper would bowl and.
You get a couple of sides that take it real serious, and because you play against a lot of there's a few Sri Lankan and Indian sides.
Yeah, they love it. They love it.
So it's game on there. But when you play against some of the other sides, they're bringing slabs as well. So it's good for them.
Awesome.
Good bit of banter. Will, I know we've got some comments from Brad Canavan.
Yeah, he reckons got me sacked was what he's what he said.
It was funny. He was on the Live and Loose show last week. We talk about. When Chelsea Heights won the flag, I didn't play in it, but I was there, and he got on the back of his cousin's ute. His cousin was in the Hilux doing lunch around Chelsea Heights, and I threw a full UDL can, it hit him, and then his cousin was driving his car around the other side of the ground, and one of the blokes hit a golf ball 200 yards the other side of Chelsea Heights, and it put a dent in his cousin's car.
Wiggy's a good man, so
he got sacked. Oh, one more, Will, sorry.
Yeah, speaking of, you just mentioned golf balls. That's a good segue. Todd Bastian reckons horrible golfer, though.
Tommy?
I don't play as regularly as
you can't be good at everything, can you?
Toddy plays in the one-day side, so when he commits himself, so he's good fun as well. So he's a good fella.
Well, you might get good at golf because it's about the only thing you can do.
He can play at the moment.
Yeah.
Now Toddy, he's not at Morty anymore. Is he up the bush?
Toddy moved on. He's gone up the bush. He's gone to the Tigers at Foster.
I heard that. Play against our mate Luke Manders at Tura.
Yeah. So hopefully if they get
on. Bit of Cyril Ash up there.
Hopefully if they get on next season, they knock off Manders and the ex-Chelsea boys.
Yeah, I think a few might be coming back this way. I think Manders' reign is over before it started, but we'll wait and see.
Watch that.
Watch the space. Yeah, watch the space. But mate, we might move on. Thanks for coming on the show.
We've got the tip of the week, and he's a keen punter.
And you're a keen punter. Have you got anything for us when we let him run?
Yeah, probably at Rose Hill, race 8, Cordia.
Yep.
Is a good chance. Probably best value is race 6, number 4 at Caulfield, a Kiwi horse.
Race 6, number 4 at Caulfield. Okay.